In our previous lecture we were discussing about the simple algorithm for solution of fluid flow equations. We derived various important equations in the algorithm, and we can summarize the algorithm again, which we did in the previous lecture as well, just for recapitulation. So, in the simple algorithm what you do, you guess the value of the pressure, from that you solve for the momentum equation, then you solve for a pressure correction equation which you derive from the continuity equation, then using the pressure correction equation you update the velocity and the pressure and go to the step 1, go to the step basically go to step 2 it should be, because your pressure is already guessed. So, go to step 2 and iterate till convergence. Okay. Now, let us discuss some salient features of the simple algorithm. So, some features we have already discussed, that why it is semi implicit. So, remember that the key formula in the simple algorithm is the velocity correction and the pressure correction formula. So, for example, the velocity correction u e equal to u e star plus d e into p p dash minus p e dash. So, the velocity correction is a function of the pressure correction at the neighboring grid points, but not the explicit function of the velocity correction at the neighboring grid points. So, in that way the pressure correction carries the sole burden of correcting the velocity. So, the velocity correction could in principle be a combination of velocity correction due to neighboring grid points plus pressure correction due to neighboring grid points. Since the velocity correction due to neighboring grid points is not considered, that is omitted, so pressure correction at the neighboring grid points is taking the sole responsibility of correcting the velocity. In doing so, it is exaggerating the pressure correction. So, that is one important consideration. Then the third important characteristic is that, or point to note is that, pressure correction at a point or velocity correction at a point could also be a function of density if it were a compressible flow. Now, here the in the simple algorithm which we have described, this we have described basically for incompressible flows. So, that we have not used any relationship between the pressure correction and the density. So, this is incompressible version of simple algorithm. On pressure correction is not considered. So, this we have to keep in mind, that the simple algorithm that we have described, that needs to be suitably extended for compressible flows. It is not otherwise fit for compressible flows because of the non consideration of the density dependence on pressure correction. Now, when we have an exaggerated pressure correction, what it does is something as follows. So, when it has an exaggerated pressure correction, the new value of pressure which is predicted on the basis of the pressure correction is always exaggerated from the value that you would have expected. Whatever value of pressure that you would have expected, the correction is more severe to take it away from that. So, how would you bring the pressure back to a non exaggerated corrected value? So, that you can do in certain ways. One is use relaxation parameter for pressure correction equation. So, what is a relaxation parameter? For example, if you had wanted to use a relaxation parameter for momentum equation, how you would have done it? So, just as an example, use of relaxation parameter. So, AE UE is equal to sigma ANB UNB plus B plus AE into PP minus PE. So, UE is equal to sigma ANB UNB plus B by AE, this into DE. So, let us call this as UE bar. So, we could write UE is equal to UE old plus UE new minus UE old. So, this is something that we can write irrespective of any constraint, that is UE, this is UE new is equal to UE old plus new minus old, right. So, now in place of UE new, which should be UE bar, we can write this UE old plus UE bar minus UE old, just a different name. So, this is the same equation, just we in place of UE new we have put UE bar to explicitly mention the expression. Next, what we do is we multiply this by a relaxation factor alpha. This type of policy we are adopted in the relaxation techniques for solving systems of algebraic equations. So, the same thing that we are doing here, just in the context of solution of these discretized equations, is that when we have this relaxation parameter alpha, by this you control the change. So, U new is equal to U old plus the change. So, if this alpha is less than 1, that means you are slowing down the change. So, in this way you can, if alpha is less than 1, it is called as under relaxation parameter, it is called as under relaxation. If alpha is greater than 1, it is over relaxation. So, in case of pressure correction equation, what type of relaxation you want to use, under relaxation or over relaxation? Under relaxation. So, when we say use relaxation parameter for pressure correction equation, we may amplify a bit more and say that it is under relaxation parameter. Now there are few other facts that remain about the simple algorithm which are worth discussing, and one of the key issues is the boundary conditions for pressure correction equation. See, pressure correction equation has evolved as one of the artifacts of this algorithm. So we need to discuss more specifically on the pressure correction equation, its various criticalities. So one of the criticalities is how to apply the boundary conditions. So boundary conditions for pressure correction equation. Now there are several types of boundary conditions possible. We can discuss two important boundary conditions. One is given value of pressure at the boundary, another is given value of velocity, normal component of velocity at the boundary. So if you have given velocity at the boundary, so if you have given velocity at the boundary, then how do you reflect that in your implementation of the algorithm? How do you reflect that? See, when you have a given velocity at the boundary or wherever, then at that particular location you do not require any velocity correction, right. Since you do not require any velocity correction, but you may require pressure correction. So these terms may be there, but you want ue equal to ue star as an example. If you have specified velocity at E, and that means that you must have dE equal to 0. Example ue, then dE equal to 0, which is equivalent to AE equal to 0. Or it is better to say dE equal to 0, because it directly covers the case without going through the original coefficients. And if you have given pressure at the boundary, then obviously pressure correction equal to 0. The other very important characteristic of the pressure correction equation is the relative nature of pressure. So if you recall, the pressure correction equation is AP PP prime is equal to some AE PE prime plus AW PW prime plus AS PS prime plus AN PN prime plus AT PT prime plus AB PB prime plus B. Where the convergence criteria is that the B is the mass source term from the continuity equation. So B equal to 0 is the convergence criterion, that when B equal to 0, that means you have come up with a continuity satisfying velocity field. So when B equal to 0, 0 on convergence, then we can see that if P dash is a solution of the equation, then P dash plus C is also a solution, and that follows from AP is equal to sigma A and B. So, you can get non-ambiguous solution of pressure correction. Of course, you can get a unique solution if you set pressure correction at a particular point equal to a reference value, and you can calculate the pressure corrections at other points based on that particular reference value. But otherwise there is no sanctity about the value of the pressure correction. The reason is that in an incompressible flow, when you are not considering a density dependence of pressure correction, it is the difference in pressure that is important for driving the flow, and that difference in pressure is reflected in terms of the difference in pressure correction, and the difference in pressure correction does not matter, its value does not matter, irrespective of the value of C, it will come out to be the same, because for example if you have Pp prime minus Pe prime, it is same as Pp prime plus C minus Pe prime plus C. So that plus C will not matter, it is the difference in pressure or the difference in pressure correction, they are equivalent. So that is what is mattering. In fact P dash equal to 0 is a trivial solution of this equation, and that is quite physically intuitive, because 0 pressure correction means as if you have come up or you have arrived at a converse pressure where there is no further correction of pressure necessary, and when there is 0 pressure correction, the source term, the mass source term in this equation becomes 0. Okay. So it is very important to keep in mind that this pressure or pressure correction equation has this very important specific characteristic. The other thing is that it does not have any one way type of coordinate behavior. So it is essentially an elliptic type of equation where the effect of pressure variation at a point is felt at all neighboring points. But if you consider a flow which has a strong unidirectional property, like a case where you are having a boundary layer type of approximation, that you do not have any pressure gradient in the y direction within the boundary layer. So in that case you have a one way type of behavior, and also when you have a high velocity compressible flow in a particular direction. So in that case also you are adding a directionality to the equation in terms of making it a one way system, that depends on the Mach number of flow. So it all depends on what is the Mach number of flow for compressible flows. For incompressible flow, until and unless you have a special situation like the boundary layer where you have gradient of pressure at in one particular direction equal to 0, if you do not have such a situation, in the normal case you have the pressure correction at a point is affected by pressure correction at all other neighboring points. Okay. Now with this background, let us try to work out one or two examples on the simple algorithm. So it is a one dimensional problem and you are given the momentum equations for the grid points B and C. UB is equal to 5 plus 2.5 into P1 minus P2, UC is equal to 5 plus 7.5 into P2 minus P3. The boundary conditions are UA equal to 15, P3 equal to 10. Using simple calculation procedure, calculate P1, P2, UB, UC. So, let us mark the given values in the figure just for convenience. UA equal to 15 with some arbitrary units, P3 equal to 10, and the grid points are equidistant. So, what would be the first step? Guess P star, right. So, your first step is to guess what is the value of the pressure at each point. So, how will you guess the value of P star? You can make some intelligent choice, and even if you do not make any intelligent choice, any arbitrary choice will also do. So, let us just make any arbitrary choice just to see that how it functions. So, let us say that P1 star equal to P2 star equal to 0. Clearly these are wrong, very wrong choices, you can see. If you have a flow here like this with a pressure gradient driven, then you do not expect that these two pressures will be equal, but let us just see that how the algorithm behaves with this. So, when you have this one, then next step will be to solve for momentum equations to get U star, V star and W star. So, the step 2, if you solve for the momentum equation, then what is UB star? 5 plus 2.5 into 0, that is 5, UC star is equal to 5 plus 7.5 into 0 minus 10. So, that is minus 70. Next will be to solve for the pressure correction equation. So, in this simplified case, let us derive the pressure correction equation from the continuity equation. So, you have if you consider grid point E, where you have the velocity UE. So, you have UE is equal to UE star plus DE into PP dash minus PE dash. And UW is equal to UW star plus dW into Pw dash minus Pp dash. The continuity equation is you assume one dimensional and rho equal to constant. So, continuity equation du dx equal to 0. So, if you integrate it with respect to x, what you get ue minus uw equal to 0. So, you have ue star plus dE into Pp prime minus Pe prime is equal to uw star plus dW into Pw prime minus Pp prime. So, you have dE plus dW Pp prime is equal to dE Pe prime, sorry, dE P capital E prime plus dW P capital W prime plus uw star minus ue star. So, in place of d and dW, what are the values you will be putting? It depends on what are the grid points for which you are solving. So, what are the points for which you will solve? One is for 1, another is for 2. So, you have one control volume for pressure correction as this, another control volume for pressure correction as this. So, if one is the point P, then what is E and small w? Capital A is small w and capital B is small e. So, you can write for point 1 dB plus dA into Pp prime is equal to dB Pb prime plus dA Pa prime plus ua star minus ub star. What is dB? What is the value of dB? What is the momentum equation given? ub equal to, it is of the form ub equal to ub star plus dB into P1 minus P2. So, dB is 2.5. What is dA? dA is 0 because ua is given. So, 2.5 Pp prime is equal to 2.5, or in place of P we will put 1, P1 prime sorry, these instead of B and A, these will be the numbers. So, this will be dB instead of Pe prime, what will be that? 2, P2 prime. Remember, this D refers to the face of the control volume and this number refers to the corresponding main grid point. So, it is not the same, just mistakenly I have written it to be the same, it is not the same. So, what will be the W prime? W prime will be, so it does not matter because you have dA equal to 0. There is no such point and it is clearly reflected by dA equal to 0. So 2.5 P1 prime equal to 2.5 P2 prime. What is UA star minus UB star? So UA star is 15, UB star is 5 plus 10, okay. So that means you have P1 prime is equal to P2 prime plus 4, this is one equation. Then consider point 2, let us write it straight away. So for point 2 it will be DC and DB. So what is DC? So let us write DC plus DB into P2 prime is equal to DC P3 prime plus DB P1 prime plus what? UB star minus UC star. So let us substitute the values. DC is 7.5, DB is 2.5, so 7.5, this is 2.5, but even if it is 7.5 it does not matter because P3 is given, so P3 prime is 0. Then UB star minus UC star, UB star is 5 and UC star is minus 70. So you have 10 P2 prime is equal to 2.5 P1 prime plus 75. That means 4 P2 prime is equal to P1 prime plus 30. So now you can calculate, let us do it at the top. Now you can calculate P1 prime and P2 prime. So you can write 4 P2 prime, you can just solve these equations. In place of P1 prime you can write 4 P2 prime plus 30 equal to P2 prime plus 4. Minus 30, right. So 3 P2 prime is equal to 34, that means P2 prime is 34 by 3 and P1 prime is P2 prime plus 4, so 34 by 3 plus 4, 46 by 3. So once you obtain the pressure corrections, next step will be what will be the next step? So you have to update the velocity based on the pressure correction. So now you have UB equal to UB star plus DB into P1 prime minus P2 prime. What is UB star? 5 plus dB 2.5 into 46 by 3 minus 34 by 3. So, that this is equal to 12 by 3, that is 4, into 2.5 is 10 plus 5 is 15. And we need to calculate UC also. So, UC equal to UC star plus DC into P2 prime minus P3 prime. UC star is minus 70 plus DC 7.5 into P2 prime minus P3 prime. So, let us just simplify it a bit. 75 by 10 into 34 by 3, 25, 5, 17, 15. So, once you calculate this, next you should check for convergence, that is, if the mass source term is 0, then you need not calculate anything else, and you can simply write what are the pressures as the old pressures plus the pressure correction and stop your calculation there. So, anyway, first let us write the pressures. P1 is equal to P1 star plus P1 dash. So, that is equal to 46 by 3, P2 equal to P2 star plus P2 dash, that is equal to 34 by 3. And what is B? B in the momentum equation was UW star minus UV star. So, for control volume 1 there are two control volumes. For control volume 1, B is equal to US star minus UB star, which is equal to 0. For control volume 2, B equal to UB star minus UC star, this is equal to 0. That means it has converged. So, it is a very interesting thing to note that irrespective of your initial choice, initial guess in the pressure value, the simple algorithm in a one dimensional problem has converged just in one step of the calculations. And one of the important insights towards that is that the continuity satisfying velocity field in that case ensures the same velocity at all points, which is readily arrived at. So, there is no mass source term that remains. The other important thing to observe is that it is P1 prime minus P2 prime that is important. So, P1 prime minus P2 prime equal to 4, that was the sole important thing for dictating what is UB. So, even if P1 prime was P1 prime plus C and P2 prime was P2 prime plus C, that would have not created any difference. Similarly, even if P2 prime was P2 prime plus C and P3 prime was P3 prime plus C, that would have not created any difference. and where from that plus C could have come, it would have come from a different initial guess of P1 prime and P1 star and P2 star. So if you would have guessed something different, what you would have expected is that the final value, due to the difference in pressure, the final value of pressure may be the final values of pressure corrections may be different, but the differences in pressure corrections will still remain the same. The differences in pressure correction will not change, the velocities will remain the same, just the values may change depending on how you start with your initial guess. Okay. Let us work out another problem. This is a 2-dimensional problem with uniform grid spacing along x and y, that is delta x equal to delta y. It is given that UW equal to 50, Vs equal to 20, Pn equal to 0, Pe equal to 10. And the momentum equations are given as follows: UE is equal to dE into Pp minus Pe, Vn is equal to dN into Pp minus Pn, where dE equal to 1 and dN equal to 0.6. Obtain UE, Vn, Pp by simple algorithm. So, let us just mark in the figure what are the parameters given. UW equal to 50, Vs equal to 20, Pn equal to 0 and Pe equal to 0, 10. So, what will be your step 1? Guess pressure values at the points where pressures are not given, that is capital P, capital W and capital S. So, let us just for example let Pw star equal to 20, Ps star equal to 20 and Pp star equal to 15. Just some arbitrary guess values. Based on these guess values you can next calculate what is UE star, sorry, UE star. What will be UE star? this is step 2. It will be dE into Pp star minus Pe star. So, 1 into 15 minus what is Pe star? Pe star is same as P, which it is given equal to, this is equal to 10. So, this is equal to 5, then Vn star is equal to Dn into Pp star minus Pn star. So, 0.6 into Pp star is 15 minus Pw star is 20. Sorry, Pn star is 0. So, that is equal to 9. This is n star. Sorry. So, you have calculated the gauge values corresponding to the momentum equation for velocity. What will be the next step? Next step is to derive the pressure correction equation. So, it is a 2-dimensional problem, incompressible flow. So, we have integrated the continuity equation. So, it will be UE minus UW into delta y plus Vn minus Vs into delta x equal to 0. Delta y and delta x are the same. In place of UE you can write UE star plus dE into Pp star minus Pe star. In place of UW, UW star plus dW to Pw star, sorry, Pw dash, these are dash corrections. Pw dash minus Pp dash. Similarly, in place of Vn, Vn star plus Dn into Pp dash minus Pn dash. In place of Vs, Vs star plus ds into Ps dash minus Pp dash equal to 0. So, if you assemble it, it will be d plus dw plus ds plus dn Pp dash is equal to de Pe dash plus dw Pw dash plus dn Pn dash plus ds Ps dash plus uw minus ue plus Vs minus Vn, which is the mass source term. So, let us substitute these values now. What is dE? dE is equal to 1. What is dW? UW is given, so dW is 0. What is ds? Vs is given, so ds is 0. What is dn? dn is 0.6, so this is 1, dW is 0, dn is 0.6 and ds is 0, and these are stars, right, uw star minus ue star plus vs star minus vn star. So, 1.6 pp prime is equal to pe prime plus 0.6 pn prime plus uw star. What is uw star? uw star is given, what that is uw, that is 50 minus what is ue star? ue star is 5 plus vs star 20 minus vn star, vn star is 9, and since at E and N p values are given, so p prime equal to 0 and pn prime equal to 0, because pe and pn they are given, so their corrections are 0. So, you have 1.6 pp prime equal to 50 minus 5, that is 40, 50 plus 20 70 minus 14, that is what 56. So, if you solve for pp prime, pp prime will be equal to 35. So, once you have calculated pp prime, what will be the next step? So, step 4, ue is equal to ue star plus de into pp prime minus pe prime. So, 5 plus 1 into pp prime minus pe prime, 35 minus pe prime is 0. So, this is equal to 40. Then Vn equal to Vn star plus Dn into Pp prime minus Pn prime. So, what is Vn star? 9 plus Dn 0.6 into 35 minus 0. So, what will be this? 30. So, the unknown velocities we have obtained as the nu u e equal to 40, and the nu Vn equal to 30. So, what is the new pressure? So, Pp step 5, Pp equal to Pp star plus Pp prime. So, 15 plus 35, that is 50. Next, convergence check. What was B here? UW star minus UE star plus VS star minus VN star. UW star is 50, that is given, minus UE star is the, this is new UE star, this is new VN star. So, UE star is 40, VS star is 20 minus Vn star is 30. So, this is equal to 0, that means it has converged. So, you can see that the total rate of inflow is same as total rate of outflow over this control volume. So, that means the calculations in this iteration whatever have been obtained, these are the converged values for UE, Vn and Pp. So, we will stop here today, and in the next class we will consider a slightly improved version of this algorithm known as revised simple or simpler algorithm, that we will see in the next class. Thank you.